All right. Hi, you guys. Sorry I can't be there today. I wanted to make sure to review or have an opportunity to review with you how to justify steps. So please just take a couple of minutes, watch this video, and hopefully this will clarify any questions that you may have on justifying steps. So, when you're asked to justify steps, you'll see the problem set up like this. You'll see steps on the one side and reason on the other. Unless the directions say justify steps and sets the problem up like this with steps and reason, you do not have to do it. Our justifying steps just backs up why we do the steps that we do. So the very first thing we want to do is recopy the problem. 4 times the quantity of 3n minus 1 plus 5. You already see that I have justified that first step. We want to make sure that we are using our keep, change, but calling it by the real name, definition of subtraction. Okay, that's all I'm doing in that first step. 4 times the quantity of 3n plus negative 1 plus 5. My next line, I'm going to start simplifying by using the distributive property, and here's how I show that. 4 times 3n plus 4 times negative 1 plus 5. I'm not doing any simplifying yet, just showing that I am distributing. In my next step, I'm going to start doing that multiplication that you see there in that step. 4 times 3n gives me a value of 12n plus negative 4 plus 5. My reasoning for that is just simplify. We don't have to say that we're multiplying. We just use the bigger category of simplify. And since I don't have to use commutative property or anything to finish this up, I'm just going to combine those two constants here. The very last step is just 12n plus 1. Negative 4 plus 5 gives me a value of 1. So 12n plus 1 is my answer. And my reason is simplify. Anytime that we're going to be combining like terms or multiplying, we just use the term simplify for that. All right. So if you want to pause for a second, get this written down into your min, you can do that. Also in the notes that are posted on my website, you'll see some more examples of this. All right, let's take a look at one more example. Okay. Again, it's a justifying steps. You know it's justifying steps because you'll see the directions will say justify your steps. So look for that word justify. You'll see the problem set up for you, steps and reason. So I'm going to start by recopying the problem as my first step. I know the very first thing that I want to do is use definition of subtraction. So keep, change. So I'm going to change that x minus 5 to x plus negative. I'm going to change the last term from minus 10x to plus negative 10x. And now I'm set up and ready to start simplifying the problem. As soon as I see parentheses, I know that I'm going to need to distribute. So here's what I've got. Negative 4x times x plus negative 4x times negative 5 plus 7 plus negative 10x. There's my reason distributive property. Now I'm ready to just multiply each of those terms out to simplify. So here's what I've got. Negative 4x times x gives me a value of negative 4x squared. Negative 4x times negative 5 gives me a positive 20 plus 7, positive 20x plus 7 plus negative 10x. What I want to do next in my problem is because I've got 3 different kinds of terms to combine. I've got x squareds, x's, and constants. I like to use commutative property next so that I can gather my x squareds, my x's, my constants closer to each other to help me to simplify. If you want to skip this step, you know that's okay. I've said that in class a number of times. All right, so nothing to combine with negative 4x squared, but I do have positive 20x plus negative 10x, which makes it easier to have those next to each other. And my constant is now at the end of the problem, which is where the constant should be. So I haven't done any math here. I've just used commutative property to reorder the problem so it makes a little more sense to me. And I'm ready to go ahead and simplify and finish it up. And here's what I've got. Negative 4x squared plus 10x. I combined 20x plus negative 10x to get 10x plus 7. And that's my answer. All right? That's how we justify steps. Hope that this was a little bit helpful to you. See you guys. Bye bye.